Friday, June 21st. Here's what's coming up on the mayor's office.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. You look up at the Astros with all the injuries they've had, with the adversity of Bregman getting off to a tough start at the beginning of the year. They're 35-40. I mean, they're 5 games below 500. So, like, never, ever count the Astros out.
And I'm in love with the good life. Can't give it up. Make it to the top. Keep climbing. I wanna live it up. The good life. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. The good life. Good life. Oh, good life. Good life. Good life. Good life.
I got we'll do like 15 minutes.
Perfect. Yeah, I
Good.
got a Maya's graduation today from
Oh,
a
nice.
nursery school or something. They graduate from everything. Huh?
I know, dude. Everything's hey, yeah, they're graduating. So
Yeah.
great. All right, man, you ready?
Yep.
Boom, coming in hot, Chinchy. How we doing, brother?
Look at you. You're still in God's country. One more day in God's country?
One more day. I got up early. Just so I could soak up every minute I have here in Montana. Pretty
Nice.
awesome.
What'd you do yesterday?
Dude, last night, man, really cool. When I was flying in, we had a layover in Chicago, and I ran into an old friend, Jesse Crane, who used to pitch for the Twins, White Sox. Great dude, good stuff. Great reliever. And he was heading out to Montana. I'm like, dude, why you going out to Montana? He's like, well, I'm going out to help coach this. He helps coach this team called the Range Riders, and they're an independent ball out here, independent baseball team out here. And dude, he was like, hey, would you ever want to come over and talk to the team? And I was like, well, if I get a second, I'd love to. So it turns out it's like 15 minutes, from our house. So last night, I'm like, yeah. So yesterday kind of worked out. Charlie, Nina, and Sarah and I, went out, had a great day. We went out, we got a pontoon boat, went out, and, we jumped in the lake, and it was a lot of fun, but we got done early. So the next thing you know, we headed out to the Range Rider game. And we were going to go to the rodeo. Only in Montana can you try to go to the rodeo, or so it's pretty cool. So we went to the Range Rider game. I was able to talk to the guys for like 20 minutes, and then we went out and watched the game, and just great people. A guy named Marty Kelly and Chris Kelly, Sue Kelly, like they own the team. So we sat with them and watched the game, and it was great. It was funny. The team doctor, his name's Kim Stimson. And turns out he's from Zanesville, Ohio, which is right in a couple hours from Pittsburgh. So when I introduced myself, he's like, Sean Casey's like Cincinnati Reds, and it's funny, because I really don't get recognized.
Right.
But if you're like a Reds fan or something, or if you really like baseball, so it was pretty funny because he was such a great guy. We had a great conversation. He moved out here like 20 years ago, so just connecting with. It's just the greatest game in the world, dude. Baseball. You're connected. Man. You can connect all over the country, all over the world. And it was really awesome. And my message to the guys last night was, you're playing here in Kalispell, Montana, and don't take this for granted. Like one thing people ask me when you're done playing is, what do you miss? Man, you miss the guys. You miss the bus rides. You miss the walk-off hitch. You miss driving a guy in. You miss cheering in the dugout, all that stuff. And I was like, you guys are young, and you're trying to make it to the big leagues. But I said, don't miss the present moment gratitude right now of you guys playing in Montana with the mountains behind you, you guys getting a chance to play with each other and get on bus rides, and don't ever take that for granted. So, I said I'd do anything to get one more day in a uniform, with some guys and having a chance to get a big hit and be a part of a team. So it was a great thing. The Range Riders, check them out. And if you're ever out here in Montana, man, check out, go to that stadium. It was incredible.
Yeah, that's great, man. And that's a good segue because, you think about baseball is baseball. Everybody loves it. The poetry of it, the folklore of it, all of that. And all of that was on display last night at that Rickwood game, man. The visuals, the magnitude of greatness that was there, and also the message that was delivered. Obviously Reggie Jackson's on Fox talking about what he had to go through when he was younger with racism, things like that. That was one of the most amazing games we've ever seen. And like you said, like just to put it in perspective, you're up in Montana watching baseball there, then these guys are out there celebrating so much greatness in baseball. It's a great sport, and that game was great, and a lot came out of that game too. Actually, the actual game on the field.
Yeah, no, I mean, seeing that game in Rickwood, seeing before the game the ceremonies that they had, the guy that threw out the first pitch, I believe, played for the Birmingham Barons, was in World War II veteran, 98 years old. Gleason, yeah, that was incredible. To see Barry Bonds back, I thought that was awesome, dude. To see Bonds and Griffey, two of the greatest players of all time, come out with Willie Mays' son, and he
Mm.
got the crowd going. You could feel Willie Mays' energy or soul or whatever have you, at that game. All those fans at Rickwood, to go back to the history of the Birmingham Barons and the Negro Leagues and all that. I mean, it just was incredible. It was an incredible last few days for baseball. Good job to Rob Manfred and everyone that put that together, because that's awesome. That's
Mhm.
we need to always look at the history of the game in all aspects of baseball. And the Negro Leagues, man, that there were some incredible players that never got a chance to play in the big leagues, but there were also some incredible players that did. Willie Mays being one of them. And they were talking about his first year, I think in 1948, that he was a 17-year-old kid, came in, and you could just tell this kid was different.
Yeah.
He was special. So, and you go to the game itself, Cardinals, Giants, the history of those guys. I saw Albert Pujols was there too. You know, so many great players, were there for the Rickwood experience. And Brendan Donovan for the Cardinals, who's from Alabama, which I thought was pretty cool. Alabama native, ends up getting 3 hits, big home run. The Cardinals end up winning 6-5, beat the Giants. But just a great day for baseball, great game for baseball. And to top it off, you talk about that game with the Cardinals and the Giants. I mean, the Cardinals are now back to 500, 37-37. It was, at the beginning of the year, talking about what's wrong with the Cardinals. These guys
Mhm.
can't get going. And all of a sudden, here we are. The Cardinals are kind of back in the mix in Central. So,
Yeah.
great day for baseball yesterday, Chinch.
Yeah, really great. And yeah, like you said, Cardinals back to 500. They have a half game lead on that second wild card spot over the Padres right now, and they're in the division. You can't count teams out early, man. You cannot count teams out in the first quarter of the season because you have no idea what's going to happen. Look at the injuries that pop up. Look at all that kind of stuff.
No, you do. Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It really is. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We're not even halfway through. We're right at that. We're almost at the halfway mark. I mean, it's
Yeah,
incredible. That's how long
it
this
is.
season is. So you could have a terrible first half. You could have a 500 first half and make a run in the second half. I think that's why baseball is the greatest game in the world, because you play every single night. And
Right?
if you want to get to where you want to get to, you got to have some luck with health. You got to have guys stay off the DL. You got to have pitching be healthy. You got to have some guys have some big years in that lineup. There's so many different factors. Doesn't matter how good your team is, you still have to have so many different factors to get you to where you want to go.
Yeah. How about this factor? If you would think your team would be 51-26 at this point of the season, you would probably guess you'd be up 10, 12 games in your division. However, the Yankees now hold a half game lead, dude, over the Baltimore Orioles, who came in and thumped them in a matinee yesterday afternoon. Thumped
Uh,
the Yankees and heel.
they sent a serious message, right? What was Hill's line, Change? It was like one inning,
Yeah.
8 hits, 7 runs or something, and they came out banging right out the gates. I mean,
17-5 final. Let's
yeah.
see.
And I think
Heel,
Heel got one plus innings, maybe. I don't even
put
know
it
if
up
he did.
here. Heel went 1.1 innings, 8 hits, 7 earned, 2 walks, 1 K, and gave up a bomb. His ERA is now 2.77. It was like way below that.
I
Crazy.
know, isn't that's how baseball goes. I mean, that's the whole thing too. I mean, it's not easy. That's why when you see guys in the below a 2 ERA, you're like, wow, that's incredible, because that's hard to sustain, because you're going to have a bump in the road at some point. Luis Heel had kind of had his yesterday, but it was really it was a statement game for the Orioles that they're a really good team. And I think Brandon Hyde had said that after the game, the manager of the O's, just saying that, we know we're a really good team. We want to go out and play good baseball, win baseball games, see where we're at the end of 162. But I mean, that game yesterday, I mean, they had, Gunnar Henderson came out banging, Adley Rutschman, all the big guns in that lineup, to put up 17 runs on the Yankees and Luis Gil, that's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, I agree. Another, top tier team who's in kind of a funky situation right now, dude, is the Astros. So Verlander goes back to the IL. Okay, Kyle Tucker still hasn't resumed activities after that contusion he got that was really nasty. We're talking before, and I was like, I don't know, maybe the Astros are in trouble. And you were like, hold on a second.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's funny with the Astros. Like, I just remember Bregman last year. Remember when they were celebrating? He had that toast. He's like, everyone just wants the Astros to go away, but we're back, or whatever he said. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And I look at the standings, and the Astros at the beginning of the year were so bad. Like, oh, this is the year but then we remember, which, as we're talking here, is the theme kind of on this episode is it's a marathon, not a sprint. You look up at the Astros with all the injuries they've had, with the adversity of Bregman getting off to a tough start at the beginning of the year, they're 35-40. I mean, they're 5 games below 500. So, like, never, ever count the Astros out. And listen, at the end of the day, the Mariners are winning the West because they got great pitching. I think that's the biggest reason why. And their offense has just been okay. But when you look at the West, I still think the West is wide open. So if I'm the Astros, even though Verlander's down and Tucker's will be back at some point, I'm staying the course, man. I'm staying the course. If you win 7, if you're in the postseason, I think they've been to 7 straight ALCSs. I'm not counting the Astros out, dude. And I don't think they should count. They're not counting themselves out internally.
Yeah, there you go, man. One more note. This is going to be a daily segment now. Royce Lewis hit another home run.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. All of us love it. He's such a great guy. 1 for 3, 2 walks last night with another bomb. Let's go, Royce.
Let's go, Royce. All right. I gotta let you go and enjoy this one more day there. You gotta milk out anything you can. You should take some pine or something. Take some grab some earth from there and bring it home. Bring it home to your.
Oh man, I will. I'm with my man Charlie. I'm with my man Charlie
There he
Smith.
is. There he is. How you doing, man?
We're gonna have Charlie on here maybe next week or soon and get our little breakthrough pro sessions going. And Charlie's one of the best mental performance coaches out there. So
Nice.
we've had a great time these last couple of days.
Awesome, man. We'll go enjoy it.
Charlie sitting next to me and just doing his thing. Yeah. So yeah, we got one more day out here in Montana. Charlie and I are gonna hit the natural cold plunge in a second. That lake is
Nice.
It is cold. It is cold, but it's nice. It's nice.
Bro.
Nice,
All
nice,
right.
man. All right. What do you got going on today, brother? What are you doing this weekend?
I got my niece Amaya's graduation from something today. These days, the kids they graduate every 6 months from something.
Preschool, right?
I think so. Preschool. Yeah, I don't know. It's a big event, huge event. So I'm doing that. Yeah, that's that.
So great, man. That's so great. All right, brother, man. Have a great weekend. Good luck at Maya's graduation today. And thanks for everybody out there listening. Have an incredible weekend. We'll catch everybody next week. See you, brother.
Yeah.